Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. My name is Nessa or Nessa Ellison, and welcome back to my channel. So today I will be walking you through my 5-step skincare routine, all the products I use, why I use them, along with tips and photos included on how bad and how far I've come. Alright, so let's get straight into it. I'm going to start off with oil cleansing. If you guys don't know, I've been using this in a lot of my videos. I start off with oil cleansing. I do this for about 15 to 20 minutes. I know that's a long time. I would recommend maybe listening to a podcast, watching a YouTube video, something that doesn't require you touching your phone because that's bacteria. But this is the one I use. It's from the Face Shop. It is their Rice Water Light Facial Cleansing Oil. I always butcher this name, so I always have to look at it, but this is what it looks like. I try to do it at least 2 to 3 times a month. I do 2 to 3 pumps of this. You can pump it onto your face or your hands, but I feel like I have more control when it's on my hands, so I do 2 pumps on my hands. It's oily, and you want to rub that all over your face. It's gonna get real greasy. So the timer's already running. This basically serves as a exfoliant. It's a gentle exfoliation if you ask me, because it's not harsh. Like, you can't bleed from this from doing it too hard. You literally cannot. But I really like this sometimes at night. I especially like this at night because when it comes to, like, you had makeup on and you feel like you got it all off, I'm just gonna say you could use as many wipes as you want. When you use this, you will see something, especially if you had makeup on that night. So yeah, I do this for 15 minutes, and while I do that, let me just tell you some of the things that I've been okay. My skin was amazing, like, but that's anybody, right? Well, most people. My skin was amazing, and then I hit puberty. I believe once I turned 9. I hit it 5 days before my birthday. So my birthday is on October 14th. I hit it on October 9th. Basically, once I hit puberty, my skin got really bad. I was breaking out and all that, right? There's so many factors. So I lived in Haiti. If you guys don't know, I lived in Haiti for a while. And I used to go back and forth, New Jersey to Haiti, and then I finally settled into ATL. Haiti is a tropical country. The sun is out all the time, and I was out all the time because, for one, it's like I live in a tropical country. I love being outside. I love just random adventures. Like, I used to be inside, I'm not gonna lie. Once the sun set, I was inside. I was fixing a screen, looking at games on a computer. But if I wasn't doing that during the day, I was reading outside. I was outside, like, playing with plants, all that. So at the time, I can tell you that from the age of 9 to, I want to even say from the age of 9 to, let's see, high school, I was 13. So 9 to 13, I know for a fact I didn't know what sunscreen was. If something had sunscreen in it and I accidentally used it, it wasn't because it had sunscreen. I just used it because I wanted to use it. Another thing that contributed a lot to I'd say the worsening of my skin is my allergies, and it's still to this day, it affects me. But imagine from 9 to 13, okay, in Haiti I never had allergies. I think it's definitely some trees that grow here, or they just didn't grow near my home. When allergy season came, I always have a different reaction. So I don't know what my reaction was back then. I just know I used to be sneezing a lot, but I also know at the time I was using heavy scrubs. I had this Alba Botanicals, I think it was like Hawaiian charcoal mask, something like that. Like, it sounded great. Well, no, it doesn't, but like in my teenage mind, I was like, ooh, scrub, like detox, ooh, like that sounds really good. I know for a fact at some point in New Jersey, I was using the Alba Botanicals. I also had no respect for expiration dates on skincare. I honestly didn't know skincare expired. Definitely, I had the Alba Botanicals clay scrub, whatever, and I was using that, scrubbing my face that was already damaged from the sun, wasn't getting enough moisture. I probably wasn't washing it right because I was definitely using the same body soap to wash my face. I have oily skin, so I know, like, I was not getting in there like I should have had. That's that. On top of that, when I went back to Haiti, again, like I said, I was in middle school. So I was in school, but when I was in school, again, Haiti's still a tropical country, so it's hot most of the time. So for reference, our outside is kind of like made with concrete. So like, you know, concrete produces some dust on its own, but no, this was like dust, not just from the concrete. So not only am I inhaling this dust, but there's also like this dust being posed on my face, and I'm hot, I'm sweaty, so my pores are open. It's just going inside. And yeah, all this to say is that there's a lot of factors to my skin. During high school, I went back to Haiti at some point, and I had that same home. At that time though, when I lived in the States, I was not drinking water. Like I wasn't drinking enough water. Then I went to Haiti, and it was hot, right? But in Haiti, it's a different type of heat. And I'm active in Haiti because I just, like, my space is open. Here, like, you know, everybody's more secluded. That's just the norm. But in Haiti, I'm just happy to be at my home. Like, nobody even has to be with me. I'm outside on my yard, on my front yard, and I'm just sitting in the sun, embracing the sun. I definitely drunk at least 5 cups of water a day. And, you know, the recommended is based on your weight, all that, but mine is like 6.5, whatever. But I was definitely drinking enough water. My skin was so clear, like even like no filter at all. The only filter was my sweat because of how hot it was in the sun, my sweat in the sun. And yeah, so, you know, all this to say is that water is definitely a top contributor. Water is really good. Water is taking it in, is basically working from the inside out. I swear, everybody says this, but I'm gonna tell you, and this is gonna be the first thing I tell you because it's the first thing that you'll always hear, and also because it's so true. Like, water is beneficial. If you don't replenish the thing that you're trying to grow, how is it going to grow? It's going to wither. I wasn't wearing sunscreen, so basically I had all these scars from the scrubs, the sun damage, just puberty, pimples and acne, all that. And I was just sitting out in the sun. Luckily I got my, you know, the vitamins I needed, but like I was sitting out in the sun, my face was frying. I had discoloration all over my face that made me look darker than I was. I always say this, I love to be dark. Like, people who have their comments on it, I don't really care. I like being dark, and I want to be darker than this, but I want to be dark in an evenly manner. Okay, so now that I have finished oil cleansing, I'm gonna give you guys some more tips, but we're going on to the next step. This is the longest step, okay? The next step is to cleanse. As you guys can see, I have definitely used this quite a bit. This is also from the Face Shop. This is their rice water brightening foaming cleanser, and you have the choice of either emulsifying this with water. I feel like that's dreading this process on, so you can either put some water on and it'll get like white, and you know how water and oil don't really mix, but it'll get like this milky consistency, or you could just go in with this on top of it because this is still like liquid enough. So I've got the soap in my hands, and I have the little hand glove things, but I completely forgot to put it on. I also have the headband thing, but my edges look a little, my hair looks a little wackadoodle right now because of how much growth. Make sure you get in there. And then you're basically gonna wash this off. I'll be right back when I washed it off. So this is my hair, this is my face fully washed. And so I'm just gonna pat that dry. You guys see that, like, is it glowing to you? Like, I literally washed my face and it's glowing. I'm gonna let it keep a little moisture, or I'm gonna let it dry a little bit so you guys can see what it really looks like dry. Meanwhile, I'm gonna be showing you guys basically real quick what my skin has been through. This was when I was living in Haiti. This is literally like my parents' library. All of this right here, this texture, this is fungal acne. This is what we call fungal acne. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's so much worse because this was taken on an iPad, and you know, like back then them iPads, they were not catching the quality like they do now. But this was before the scrub, so just only imagine after the scrubs. I didn't take pictures. This is my face on, like, when I have my allergies. This is what my face looks like. Like, you see, I know a lot of people don't see it, but this right here, I see it. I break out like this. It leaves marks as if it's acne. So it's not fun for me during allergy season. Then I have this mark on my face. A lot of people can't see it, but again, it's my face, so I can see it. And this, I'm basically gonna show you what I did. I was really stupid. Basically, a couple years back, when I was going to, okay, so exactly October 26, 2019, I burnt my face with a curling iron because I was trying to curl a synthetic wig. This is the next morning. And then I peeled it off. It's not the fact that I burnt my skin. Okay, actually it is, but I peeled it off and then I put some makeup on that night. And this is what it looked like the next day. Child, the next day when I washed my face. I have discoloration around my ears. I don't know if it's gotten better or worse throughout the years, but I think it's just stayed the same. I'm still working on that area, but that's been there for as long as I can remember. This is when I was taking my grad photos for high school. So I had my makeup done, okay, but like you could see the texture coming through, and like I said, I had bad fungal acne. Like you can see it in this photo. It's really, really bad. The face was starting to serve, okay, whatever, that's minimal, but the forehead was my main concern. Like I couldn't get rid of my fungal acne for nothing. Let me just tell you something about me. I don't like my birthday, maybe a hidden truth, but I just don't. So around my birthday, I get really stressed and sometimes I even cry. So I break out. And then to add to that, I was stressed because my birthday was coming up. If you guys don't know, check out my Miami vlog. But basically, I went to Miami. I had the greatest time. My skin was making me so uncomfortable in every situation that I was in. I just felt so ugly. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I felt ugly. I felt like, oh my god, everybody can see all these things on my face. I can see them. Like, I could literally feel the irritation. To this day, I don't know what it was. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I had makeup on this day and I still was breaking out like crazy. Like, I don't think you guys can see. Like, I don't break out like this anymore. Maybe in high school I did, but I don't break out like this anymore. When I came back from Miami, literally this is the morning I came back. Look at my face. It's fine. And I put some pimple patches on just to make sure like all that gunk comes out. And I'm gonna tell you something about pimple patches. I don't recommend them anymore. They just pull the thing out. Like, they pull whatever out, but it's like it just leaves a hole in your skin. When it gets hot, I drink my water religiously. Look at the face. The face card eats every single time. And I usually break out due to stress, my allergies, and my period. And right now in the springtime, I go through all of those. So yeah, this is really good for right now. I'm not lying. This is really, really good for right now. I've been using this essence. I use this. You don't need this. I'm not going to tell you you need something that you don't. You don't need this. But the reason that I use this, I feel like it's almost like primer. You know when you put your makeup on, you have a good prime, you have a good base, the whole face eats. Like, it eats. I feel like essence is like skincare primer. So I put some in my hand, rub it, and we're going to pat it. You want to patch your products in because you want it to just sit rather than smear, because when you drag, sometimes you have product right here but you don't got none right here. So I pat that all over my face. This is Green Machine Vitamin C and Superfood Serum. This is what the bottle looks like. This one is one that my godmom and I are trying out. And this is what the bottle looks like. And when we went to, I believe we got this at Sephora. Sephora. And they told us that that's like a good dupe to the Faded. I feel like it's been working so far, I'm not gonna lie. Anywho, I do 2 drops of that. And I also pat that into my face. When it comes to skincare, I wouldn't recommend trying a lot of things at the same time, because then you don't know what's working, what's not. If your face is breaking out, it might be due to the fragrance in something or the chemistry in something else. But because you used all these at the same time, you're gonna give up on all of them at the same time, and you know, like you're gonna think, oh, none of them work, or you're the problem. You're not the problem. It's the fact that you're using them all at the same time. That's the problem. Okay, use this the first week of April. If you want to try this out next, use this first week of May. Okay? Don't use them at the same time if you don't already know what it does for your skin. But this one is my favorite. It comes in this box. It's from Glow Recipe. I do, and it smells so good. So I know that the fragrance might be too much for some people. Yeah. You know, that's why I say try stuff out, see what works for you, because not everything's gonna work for you. Just because it works for this person and you think this person has the same skin as you, that's why a lot of times you will ask me what I recommend. I say this is what I use. I'm gonna show you guys the sunscreen that I use. So this is Super Goop. This is the one that I had gotten, and it's SPF 50. Its pros, I would say, are that it leaves no white cast. Like, you can't get white cast from this at all. It's a liquid sunscreen. It's not creamy. It applies on really easily. You can literally pat it onto your face like you do like with a serum. It has like a serum consistency. I love it for that. Cons are that it's super duper oily. It feels really greasy, and even when, like, you know, you're supposed to reapply sunscreen, I don't reapply sunscreen, sorry, but you know, like, even if I were to reapply sunscreen, it would just feel like grease on top of grease on top of grease. That's my con. But I do think it's a really good sunscreen and it works. SPF 50, it works for me. Oh wait, I would give that one a 9 out of 10. This right here is from Andalou Naturals. I've used this in one of my skincare videos before, and plenty of my skincare videos before. It has a possibility of leaving a white cast, even a purple cast. I went to school the other day and I thought I looked fine, and then I pulled out my camera. Like, I looked fine in the mirror. I pulled out my camera to take a selfie and I was purple. So it helps not only with the sun, but also with rays from your phone. So like sometimes I even use this at night. It is a mineral sunscreen, but it is SPF 30, so a little lower than the Super Goop, but it has zinc dioxide, hyaluronic acid, collagen. It is a lightweight formula, but I don't know if I'm using too much, too little. I don't know, but let me just show you what this one looks like. Like, you really gotta work with it. So this is it on my skin, and I'm gonna pat it. And usually, okay, so like with the Super Goop, with this many pats, it would already blend into my skin. This is still, do you see it? I see it. So you gotta pat it and like almost like heat it up with your hand, almost. Like, that's what you gotta do with it before it turns somewhat clear. So with that one, I usually use that if I know I'm gonna use my tinted moisturizer, or if I'm going to, I don't know, I usually use that if I'm going to put makeup on, or if I'm using a tinted moisturizer, something of the sort, if it's really, really hot and I have to use it. So this is it, kind of like blended out. And you can't really tell here, but when it's on your face, you sweat on your face. I have oily skin, so I sweat on my face. You kind of begin to see it. So I would give this like a 7.5 out of 10. Right here is my holy grail. I love it. This is perfect for a no makeup look. The only thing is I don't fully trust it. First off, it's only SPF 15. I don't know what that's doing for me because I'm used to using SPF 30 and up. And I prefer SPF 50. That's why I'm so in love with the Super Goop. It's really reliable. So that's why sometimes I'll pair this with this. I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but I'll pair this because it turns white sometimes, and I'll put this on top. Only thing is, this is really, really greasy. It's like, I don't know. It's really, really greasy. So I'll try it on this side instead. So I'll put one dot because, and I'll pat it in like I would any other sunscreen. And you see, it's like makeup, right? It's gonna give you that glow. I promise you're gonna be glowing, right? But the thing is, when it gets warmed up, it gets oily. That could be a look mostly in the winter. I like that, or like when it was kind of cooler outside. In the summer, I don't see myself wearing that. Yeah, so these alternate. So you would use this in the AM with your skincare routine, which you would start from the facial cleanser. Use this at night. You would start with this and continue with everything else. Another thing that I really wanted to emphasize was that you want to make sure that the stuff that you're putting around your face, on your face, are clean, because that contributes to bacteria on your face. So I'm not gonna lie, my pillowcase, first off, I didn't used to sleep with pillowcases. I don't know, that's just something I do. Sweat from my hair oils, from my face, going onto my pillow. I'm laying from after doing a facial, so my pores are open, my skin is clean, and then I go lay on this dirty pillow. Like, it's like you did all that work for nothing. Okay, again, water. Another thing, the last thing I'll say in this video is that you want to make sure that what you're putting into your body is not so dirty. I'll eat some glue, I'll eat some jerk chicken, you know. I'll eat some fried okra. I'll definitely have some ramen, but I'm not just going to eat that back to back because I know the effects it'll have on my skin. Yeah, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Good luck on your finals. I also have finals, so I'm surprised I'm not, I don't have a whole lot of breakouts because I'm stressing. If you are approaching graduation, we're approaching graduation season. Congrats to all my graduates. Comment any opinions, what your skincare routine may look like, and any questions you have down below. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Bye. Peace.